Well, tonight the UAW putting pressure on Stellantis, auto workers rallying outside the Sterling Heights assembly plant, standing in solidarity with workers in Illinois.
It was less than a year ago that union members were on strike as they negotiated new contracts with the Big Three, but now the union says Stellantis is going back on their promises to reopen a plant in Illinois. 7
News Detroit reporter Brett Cast speaking with an auto expert, as well as Stellantis workers threatening to strike tonight.
Well, Sterling Heights Assembly is one of many Stellantis plants threatening to strike over the delayed reopening of that Belvidere plant. And workers I spoke to here today, nearly a year since that stand-up strike, say they're ready and willing to do it again.
Keep the promise.
It's a message and a warning shouted loud and clear.
We are the union.
A couple hundred UAW members rallying outside the Sterling Heights assembly plant. This very plant was on strike last October and now threatens a return to the picket line.
We have a lot of concerns. Most of them have to do with keeping the promise.
That message on full display, referring to an agreement between the company and the union to reopen a closed plant in Belvidere, Illinois, which Stellantis has now delayed, citing market conditions.
Considering we just came off a contract, 8 months ago, we shouldn't be at this stage of the game right now.
The UAW ramping up pressure, with President Shawn Fain using part of his speech at the DNC to call out the company on national TV.
Stellantis must keep the promises they made to America.
So if they're willing to welch on that deal, what else are they willing to welch on? Everything else in our contract that they promised us, the health and safety of our workers.
Union member John Wire says despite the Illinois plant being nearly 400 miles away, it matters to workers here in Sterling Heights, sending a message to the CEO.
That entire community out in Belvidere is going to suffer because of the decisions he makes. And he doesn't care because he's sitting across the pond.
In response, Stellantis claims they're not violating that contract, saying in part, quote, the UAW agreed to language that expressly allows the company to modify product investments and employment levels. Therefore, the union cannot legally strike over a violation of this letter at this time.
This could be a very crippling strike.
But Merrick Masters, professor emeritus at Wayne State University, says without an injunction, a potential strike could go on for weeks before a resolution. This rally, an attempt to avoid it.
I think this is in large part a opportunity to just demonstrate to the CEO that they're serious about this.
Hopefully that he sees us out here in numbers and he do the right thing.
While these workers aren't certain what's ahead, they say they are certain they're ready to strike. Are you willing and ready to do that again?
I am.
Now, if there is a strike that happens, it's expected to happen sometime in October. In Sterling Heights, I'm Brett Cast, 7 News, Detroit.